Hey, we gotta talk to G, man, because we need. I feel like we need some outro music. Yo, yo, yo.
It is so crazy.
Yeah, and I feel like we currently at the intro is like 15 minutes. I would really love for the intro to be like 18 minutes, man.
I'm
I'm sorry,
telling you,
18 seconds. 18 seconds. Give us 3 more seconds.
3 more seconds of it. I know it's dope, but right now he's out there doing his Damon John thing. Right now, he's trying to be a t-shirt mogul. So,
Yo, hey, listen, I'm with it. Hey, when the homies, folks, if you listen to this, when your homies come to you with ideas, the first question you should ask is how much can I donate to the cause?
that's right. How can I help? Talk to me.
Yeah, how can I help? Right? I don't feel like we do that enough, man. I feel like a lot of people be out here fending for themselves when we have the resources in order to be able to help each other, and we don't have those conversations about how we can help.
Nope. And we don't need to go to Shark Tank. You just come to your people and we get it done.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk. We're gonna talk about some parenting stuff first, right? Before we get into anything heavy, I want you to see this. This is kind of.
Nobody want to wash dishes. You won't have no internet. No internet. No internet. These kids don't want to wash dishes. Don't want to do nothing. Don't want to listen. The internet is destroying this generation. They don't want to do no chores. They feel like you owe them everything. It's this internet.
Yep.
Bro, I mean, like, yo, that is legit. When I saw, you know, some people gonna be like, oh, when they hear the Southern accent, you know, the issues of racism immediately come out. Like, oh, they don't know anything because they're from the South or whatever. Like, nah, she was spot on, bro.
She was spot on. I have a internet in my house, like the Wi-Fi in my house. I can shut off individual devices from it. Right? I can go through mine and be like, not this device, not this device. And it was too expensive for me to take a hammer to it, but I have no problem shutting it off.
Yeah. So we need to talk more about that device because, like, right now I'm on a central system, and so I go through these internet issues with my daughter. I'm like, nah, you've been on too long. We gotta, But like, listen, my kids have never washed dishes, and I think that it's a trauma response based off of the fact that when I was younger, that's all I had to do.
That's all you did.
I had to cut grass and I had to do all the things. And so what yard work for me now is actually my place of refuge. Like, I get joy out of like cutting my grass, even though it takes a while. You know, I got a pretty big yard. Shout out to the yard.
Shout out to the yard. You put on your big headphones. You're like, everybody leave me alone.
Yeah. So but like my kids, they've never really done hard labor, like in terms of like snow plowing and like snow shoveling and stuff. Never done any of that. I did all of that, and in order to save them from doing that, I continue to do it because most people, well, not most people, I want to say most people, but some people think that when they have kids, they have labor.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, we have a system here where we make it like a job, right? So they have activities they need to do, and they earn not a lot of money, but a little bit of money for doing the things around the house I need to do, right? I want them to get used to earning for the things that they want, and so we keep track. They have ledgers. We have our own little internal banking system here that we're watching how they do it. And, you know, as an example, my wife be on her grind with Amazon, so we get a lot of boxes delivered to the front desk. And you know, my oldest, his job is go down, bring the boxes up, open them up, take things out, break them down. And, you know, I give him 50 cents a box. It's not crazy, but like, you know, I want him to be able to. He said, I made $15 once. As I said, my wife be on her grind.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but like in these next couple of days, what is it? Prime Day is what, the 23rd through the 26th? You about to get rich.
Yeah, listen, every day is Prime Day in this house.
Oh. Man, it'd be so many boxes. I'm like, yo, we don't have no space for this stuff, man. Like,
I just keep bringing stuff in. I'm like, when can I take it out?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think, you know, the reality is that you've got to, like, her point is real, right? And regardless of how, like, is that like you have to work for things, you can't just flow through life. You have to teach your kids, right? That the work ethic, that's really critical. And if they don't want to do the things, then they don't get the benefits of those things.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right. So we're gonna ease our way into the Knicks. Right, we're gonna ease our way into the Knicks, right? And so one of these jokers, one of these sports announcers who I can't stand, I loathe.
Do we share a first name?
Yes, y'all do. Right? The CEO of the country said some choice words, and I want to play these choice words and kind of get your reaction from it.
If the Knicks lost the game, how do you respond to that?
I think he's a nice guy, but you need a certain aptitude to run for president. You need a high IQ. I'm not sure that Stephen has that. I don't think he does, actually.
Mr.
President. Why you make me agree with the president for?
No, that's exactly what I said, man. I was like, damn, Trump. I'm like, yo, a broke clock is right twice a day, and damn, he's right.
My friend would say, man, isn't it the sugar calling the flour white, right? Talking about he ain't got the right IQ.
Wow. So I played that to talk about, or to bring into this idea of when the pundits several years ago, when Leon Rose made the choice to go after Jalen Brunson.
Oh man, it was
Dallas,
horrible.
right? They were horrible. Right?
They were horrible.
They were really bad in terms of like how they were like, oh, that's the worst. He's not a 1A or 1B. He's not top 10.
They're not winning a championship with him.
This kid has been overcoming hurdles and barriers his whole career, right?
Yeah.
He was highly recruited out of high school, went to Nova, wins 2 national championships. Bro, like, if you look at the history of NCAA basketball, if your coach wasn't John Wooden,
there's not a lot of twos.
Mike Krzyzewski, bro, you weren't winning 2 championships, right?
Yeah.
And so shout out Jay Wright, who I think his name should have been at City Hall as well.
Rings out.
Yeah. And when the hand rings out, the first game this season, Jay Wright better get a ring. But so the number 33 pick he's the number 33 pick of his draft class, the same draft class as Shea Alexander, who was picked 11th in that draft. Number 33 pick, so second round draft pick. And this kid has been flourishing ever since he's been in New York. Like, what's your take on the captain?
Look, and I think he's a dog, man. There's no quitting that kid, and he has the right mentality. The moment don't get too big for him. There's been a lot of talented players that have come to New York that we were like, oh, it's gonna be, and I'm not gonna name no names, but like, this is gonna be it. We're gonna bring it, and they shrink in the lights of New York. And they shrink in the lights in New York, and there's no shrink in that kid, right? Like, the moment doesn't get too big. It doesn't matter if it's a Wednesday game in December, or the NBA Cup or the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't know if you heard what he said. When they asked him about the being down 29 points, he's just like, he's like, you could think about a lot of tough things. You can live about a lot of tragic things that could happen. He's like, but you still gotta go do your work. And like, that mentality, there's not a lot of players that can have that mentality. They get down, and so I feel
like that's a New York mentality, bro.
Yeah.
That's a New York mentality, man. Like, yo, you listen. Hey, we talk about the Timbs, and we talk about, but like, no, we really be coming with the hard hat and the Timbs.
That's
and
right.
bringing it every day, bringing that shit to work. Yeah.
Well, you gotta. I mean, you live in the city, right? Like, there's 10 things that'll make you say, "Nah, I'm not going out today." But you go out, right, and you do the things you need to do. It is a city mentality. I think that's why he's so embraced in this city. But I gotta be easy with the Villanova talk. My wife graduated from Villanova, so I can't be giving that too much love. I gotta keep it quiet because.
Well, listen. I
went to St. John's. So
I was talking to Reef Becky, and we were talking about how the Sixers got swept, and he was like, you owe this all to Pennsylvania because the Nova Knicks did come out of Pennsylvania, and so I'm like, all right, well, whatever.
Yeah, but I've just been really impressed. I mean, let's look at what he did, right? Our captain. So 2 NCAA championships, right? He won an NBA Cup and NBA Cup via MVP. He won an Eastern Conference Finals and Eastern Conference Finals MVP. He won a championship and championship MVP. This kid is legit, right? And I think that is the only thing he needs to say to the Becky Hammonds of the world, the Stephen A. Smiths of the world, everyone who yapped a lot of nonsense, right? He don't need to say nothing but that. And I think that's true of a lot of players, right? Like, how much do we talk about the picks we gave up for Bridges, right?
Still not worth it.
Listen, I give up those picks every day for a championship.
What's up, bro? So you got to think about the mindset, though, right? The mindset of giving up those picks is that if you're thinking to yourself that you're going to have a phenomenal team every year, so you're going to be picking about 29 and 30, right? And so a second round pick would do you just as justice as having that number one pick. And so that was the rationale behind. That's the rationale behind like giving those picks up. And I don't think it was necessarily a bad thing. I think coming into this upcoming year, the things that we got to worry about or not worry about are the free agents that we have, right? So we got Mitch, who I have my thoughts about. I'll talk about in a second. We got Landry Shamet, and then we got
Jordan. Who's gonna get a bag someplace? Shamet's gonna get a bag someplace.
I've been putting that in the chat for forever, right? Like Landry's gonna get a bag. He's getting the bag. You know how like when you look at the NCAA tournament in March and you see someone that it might be like middle of the road, and then all of a sudden they just turn it on for the whole tournament, and then their draft prospects go from being a mid-second rounder to a lottery pick. That's basically what you're seeing from Landry Shamet in terms of how much money that he's about to make. He bet on himself and took the league minimum this year.
Come out and do his thing.
Bro, he's about to get at least 20 mil a year, I'm predicting, to shoot threes.
Yeah.
And think about it, right? He's not just a three-point shooter. Landry Shamet is a two-way player because at the end of games, Mike Brown would sub him in for Jalen Brunson in order for him to D up the other person
to D up folks.
Yeah.
No, ironically, he was the point guard chosen right before Brunson in that draft too.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. And so, but I think the world of him, and I think we got Cat too, right? We got Cat for another year, and you think
Cat's not gonna be on this? But here's the thing, right? I heard the owner, right? I don't want to say Scott Dolan. I heard Dolan say
James
Scott, whatever the hell his name is. It's significant to me. But anyway, because he took the invitation. So because he took the invitation, he's Scott.
Yeah. We call him Stephen A. Dolan.
Stephen A. Dolan. So I heard him say on one of the talk shows that he doesn't want the Knicks to get to the second apron. And I'm looking at all these things that you can't do once you get to the second apron of the NBA, right? So like you can't have a midseason trade. Basically the roster that you start with is going to be the roster that you end with for the whole season. So if you have a championship team, then it makes sense, right? It makes sense for you to go into the second apron, but it's extremely expensive. Like the luxury taxes that are on the second apron, it makes it hard for you to have a profitable year in terms of outcomes as a business owner. So it doesn't make good business sense to be in the second apron.
I don't think it makes good. I don't think it makes good sense anyway, because you always know you need a piece in the middle of a season, right? And so why would you lock yourself out of important pieces in the middle of seasons?
Yeah, that, and I don't want Cat on the roster. Bro, I've been saying this the whole year. I've been saying it too from the beginning. So. I still don't want Cat on real. Cat, you got your chips. Go get your $300 million, but do that. Let's sign and trade him and get him up out of there, man. We don't want Cat on the roster, man. Listen, Cat showed glimpses of brilliance, right? Glimpses of brilliance, glimpses of two-way activity, glimpses of putting his body on Wemby and just being a stud, a 7-foot stud. But he also showed us that he could get 3 quick fouls on a consistent basis in the most inopportune times. And I'm just,
those last 2 games, he was on the bench most of the game, right? Like he couldn't be.
He played himself out of being the MVP of the finals. He played himself out. But let me ask you this though, right? Like going into that last game, right? Going into game 5, down in San Antonio, going into game 5. So Brunson, he has this pre-routine of throwing the shot up backwards or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. It goes in. He gives a look, and like all of us, he's locked in from off top, right? But do you think he went into that game knowing that he had to have a spectacular performance in order to win the MVP? Because if not, you could easily give it to OG.
You could easily give it to OG. I think you could make the case for Cat because of the first couple of games.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a lock. I think that was a game that locked it for him, right?
Yeah.
It was. I think it was. Game 4 and game 5 were the 2 places that locked it for him, right? That he was spectacular in that 29-point comeback in that second half, and he was spectacular in the second half of game 5. And not always scoring points, but breaking down that defense, being able to kick out, being able to create opportunities for other people. And so I think those 2 games are the things that did it for him. And but I don't think he wins it without game 5.
Yeah. And so, all right. So it's the offseason, right? In the offseason, if you, just like anything else, right?
Now I got to watch the Mets. It's killing me right now. You don't know how hard it is.
The Mets did something because I see some of my McDonald's app. I can get free fries. So they must have scored 5 runs. I'm about to go get my 2 strawberry cream pies and my free fries. And we about to celebrate. But so I guess my question to you is this, right? Like during the offseason, that's when the work really starts for basketball players and for athletes, right? The work is not during the season. That's the build-up to the work that you've already done in the offseason. What work do you think needs to happen from Josh Hart? I'll name a couple of people. Josh Hart, the captain, Brunson, Cat, Deuce. What work do you think? What work would you like to see them do?
Man, I want to see Josh Hart spend his whole offseason just shooting. I have never seen a streaky player, and I don't like him, and I don't know where that streakiness comes from. Right? There's sometimes where he can't miss. He's throwing balls up, and it's the ugliest place on the court, and they're going in. And then he gets into these runs where he's, 5, 6, 7, 3 attempts in a row, and they're bagging off the back of the rim, they're coming up short. And I think if I'm him, like I'm just sitting there, morning till night, sitting around that perimeter and just literally shooting and trying to sort of perfect that, that piece of his game, because I love his energy. I love his defense. I love that his poor shooting never takes away from his energy and defense. But like he needs rep. Maybe he needs to go, like Steph needs to sit down with him and talk about maybe his approach or something, because it is so streaky.
Yeah, and with streaky performances like that, bro, that could cut out your longevity in the league. Yeah. Right? So it doesn't really matter the intangibles or whatever. If you're a liability, then you're not going to be on the court. And so that could cut out his bag, right? If he doesn't get this shooting under control. And I think for me, the best way for him to approach it is to work on his mid game. I think that so many of these NBA players want to go to the 3 line as opposed to, working on that easy 2. One thing that I could say about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is that his mid-range game is money. With KD, KD's mid-range game is money. And so when you start to look at these players that are like working on their mid-range game, then that builds their confidence for when they go to the 3 line. And they're like, all right, well, and then it's just like when you're in rhythm or when you're shooting, when you're in rhythm, it's just an easier shot than when you're not. Right.
No, I think he's working out with Mikal, right? Because that's Mikal's thing, right? That mid-range, being able to do that. I think that's serious.
Yeah, and when I think about consistency from Mikal, because like you see Mikal, he'll pass up shots because he doesn't want to be selfish or whatever. I need him to be more selfish.
Yeah,
I need him to be more selfish. Like I don't. If we gave up 5 picks for you, like there's no way at the end of the game I'm looking at the box score and you got 5 points. Like the hell with that. I need you to shoot. I need you to get out.
Especially watching him. You'll watch him penetrate. He won't be double teamed and he'll still kick out. And I'm like, what are you doing? Go to the hole. That's the thing I love about OG is that like he only kicks out if he's double teamed, right? And sometimes he don't even kick out then. But like when he penetrates, it's like if it's just 1-on-1, I'm going to the hole. I'm just gonna play this game all day.
Bro, if OG's not an all-star next year, like I may formulate some kind of boycott. Cause bro, he's a two-way. Hey, I'm already peed off because I feel like he was 1000% first team all NBA defense, and they gave him second team. Like OG's first team, like OG's locking people down. Like OG's blocking 7-footers dunks, getting steals, finishing, doing all the things. But one thing that I don't want to see from OG next year, and so OG may need to write. Some of these hydro what is it? What does Gatorade have? Electrolyte companies or whatever, because 2 hamstring pulls in a year, that's crazy.
No, I mean that's it. He is the quintessence. Like when you think about what a full year of a healthy OG could look like, you're like, wow, right? Like that could be just. That's amazing, right?
He's got 2 chips now. Yeah. OG's got 2 chips. Now, bro, we gotta, man, listen, I'll be remiss if we didn't talk about your country people, man. Bro, yo, he just got so much good energy, man. Bro, talk about Alvarado and like how much that meant to see him on the stage, to see him like basking in the ambiance of what was going on, man. How much does that mean for Puerto Rico?
It means a lot, and I think it means a lot because he's also like New Yorican, right? He came up in Brooklyn. He's a little guy. He's all heart. He's all energy. He wears every emotion on his sleeve, right? I think when you think about like you say like, well, that's New York. He's New York, right? That's a New Yorker right there, right? Really passionate about what he's doing, wants to put the work in, do everything he can do, and so it just means a lot to see him be successful. I don't know if you saw like post game, he went live post game, and he was like, I can't believe it. This kid from Brooklyn just won a championship with the Knicks. He's like, I don't care. I'm telling my kid I dropped 40 tonight.
No, and I would tell my kid the same thing. You kidding me? I dropped 40 because hey, believe it or not, he doesn't show up the way he showed up in Game 4.
Oh yeah, no,
we're not even having conversations about Game 5. And Mike Brown did right by shouting him out and was like, "Hey, we're not even here if it's not for Alvarado."
I mean, he kept him in the game, right? Like, give Mike Brown because he's not sniffing minutes if Tibbs is coaching the team. I keep saying this.
Oh, absolutely not.
Him, Shaman, these dudes are sitting on the bench. You're not getting to see them have their special moments, right? Because but Mike throughout the year put those folks in, give them their shine, give them their chance to sort of grow to that moment, and they rewarded him, right? Shaman 11 for 12 from the 3-point line, right? Alvarado picking pockets and making that clutch 3 at the end of Game 4, right? Those things don't happen with a different coach.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, listen, so this is one of those situations to where it's like, you look at Mark Jackson and then you look at Steve Kerr and you like, all right, well, you won championships, but you won championships based off of what Mark Jackson did. And so because you did these a little bit differently in terms of what your approach was, right? It's like you're more of a player-oriented coach as opposed to like you're gonna do this my way or you're not gonna play kind of thing, right? And so I feel like when you have those differing hovering personalities as coaches that are not player coaches, then people aren't going to work for you. And I think what we're not talking about in this scenario is that who Mike Brown has coached. Like Mike Brown has coached some studs, right? Yeah. He coached LeBron. He had De'Aaron Fox, and the irony about him having De'Aaron Fox is that he criticized De'Aaron Fox publicly, and then the next day he got fired from from Sacramento, right? From the Sacramento Kings. And so
and
that just
Fox
goes
was nowhere. And look, Fox was nowhere in game 4 and nowhere in game 5. That kid was, I kept, whenever they would bring him in, I would get excited because at least we got Harper off the court. I was like, I don't want to see Harper anymore.
Dylan Harper, bro. We talked about this last week. Yo, Dylan Harper, bro. I'm tanking for Dylan Harper. You kid, and it's a week later, and I still don't understand why Rutgers didn't win a national championship if you had Dylan Harper and the kid in Utah.
That kid is legit, and he's only getting, like, Fox is only getting minutes because he's a max player, right? Right. That's the only reason why he's getting minutes in those games, and he was not great.
Bro, if you San Antonio, you praying for him to do some dumb shit so you can cut him.
Go play laser tag and screw up your knee.
Do something so I can get out of this contract. Bro, so here's the captain.
I want to say thank you to Jim Dolan and the front office for believing in the kid no one else would.
All right, so we're gonna go back here, but like that made me nervous. Thank you, Jim Dolan made me nervous
because you think he's going to the White House.
I think when you thank somebody publicly like that, it's like, damn. Well, you're thanking them for giving you a shot. Does that mean you're going to the White House?
Listen, I mean, at the end of the day, he's their boss, right? And if the boss is like,
no, don't do that. A lot of people report to you, my guy. A lot of people report to you, and I'm pretty sure if you put out a company wide and you're like, hey, we're going to the White House, you're about to have.
I won't have a lot of people working for me.
All right, we'll go back to it.
Thank you to my teammates, giving me confidence every single day. The belief we had in each other made this possible. Thank our coaching staff, our medical staff, everyone that pitched in every single day behind the scenes. Damn. We really did it, dog.
Bro, you could tell he wasn't raised around black people. Nah. You could tell. Nah.
Happy Juneteenth, everybody.
Yo, Rick isolated him, bro. He isolated him, man. Yeah. All right, back in here.
Somehow, some way, I knew we were going to find a way to get this done. Most importantly, thank you to the fans. I'm not going to lie, though, y'all are some pretty hard critics. But we appreciate it. At least I do. Appreciate it a lot. Lastly, I want to thank my family.
Bro, who's teaching public speaking at Villanova? Like who's teaching that? Like you're on stage with gum in your mouth or whatever, and you
Dude,
you knew this event was going to happen. You knew that this was going to happen, right? And even the most socially awkward person in the world, right? You would think that you would run this through your mind. I would have this. I would practice in front of my wife. I would do something in order to make sure that like this historic moment that people are going to live with forever, right? Like this is forever embedded in the history of New York Knicks, etc. And you up there, you chewing gum and you sounded awkward.
Listen, I don't care. He can do whatever he wants. That man will never eat at a bodega I own for the rest of. We'll never have to pay for it at a bodega I own for. Now, I don't care what he says. I don't care how he says.
Hey, did you hear his bodega order? You heard his bodega order?
I didn't hear his. No.
Oh, he had some with a peach snapple and so he has a bodega order. You gotta look it up.
I gotta look it up. Did you see? Speaking of Jose Alvarado, that same clip, they asked him like, "What you gonna do tomorrow morning? You gonna go to the bodega?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm getting a bacon, egg, and cheese, and in Arizona."
In Arizona, bro, I've seen that.
And he said, "I might have some Henny."
Yo, that's so real, bro. And that's so real. All right, Brody. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Just super excited to be part of this run and to be able to watch this Knicks run with my two kids. It was amazing to have this happen for them, when they were so young and not have to wait till they're 50 like me. So I'm living in it now, and I'm slowly starting to realize that I have to go back to watching baseball, and my Mets are horrible, so I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I hate that for you. So I'm looking at this upcoming next season, or prior to the next season, I'm looking at free agency, and I'm looking at it through this lens. If we could draft a stretch 5 who can make free throws, then I'm okay with Mitch Robinson going into free agency because he's a MAGA. And New York does not deserve that. We deserve better. We deserve a free throw maker, and we deserve someone that believes in democracy and all the things. And so, Mitch, you could go and you could do whatever it is you do for whoever it is you want to do it with. We're not giving you big bucks to not hit free throws. And you come into camp out of shape. Nobody knows what the hell is going on. You play 15 minutes a game, and the first 3 minutes that you're in the game, you always look like you're gasping for air. No, Mitch, get up out of here. Go to LA or whoever wants you, because we're about to do something special in this draft. We about to re-sign Shamet, and we about to cook. We about to cook with Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson, we might need you to take that vet minimum again with the promise of something down the road, my guy. We got you. All right.
I think he made up the difference with the championship bonus.
Yeah. Oh, listen, that's like a $700,000 bonus.
Yeah.
No, for the fifth seed, I was looking at the tiers from like the 5th seed to the 1st seed. Like the 1st seed, they're not really giving you no bread, but like a 5th seed to like a 7th seed, they're breaking you off.
Yeah, it's not. Listen, and for players like him and for Alvarado, that's important bread right there for them, right? Because they're not making big deals. So.
Yeah. Wait, is Alvarado a free agent?
No, I think he's got one more year underneath him.
How much bread?
That I don't know.
Okay, well,
pay the kid whatever you want to pay the kid. Listen, he's just happy to be here. He'll play league minimum. He's just happy to be here.
No facts. I feel like if you give him a 5-year deal at the league minimum, he's gonna
be like, sure.
He's gonna put the Timbs on. He just wants that 5 years of being able to come back and say, once a Knick, always a Knick.
That's right. You give him that, he may show up in games wearing Timbs.
Yeah. Hey, did you see Rick Brunson? Rick Brunson was like, he was, that's the LJ right there.
The LJ.
Yeah. I think Rick Brunson put on a master class at how to parent hard. And still have your kid come out the end being a superstar and loving you for the fact that you parented them hard. Because a lot of kids that are under those circumstances that it may not have had the results for Jalen Brunson will then turn around and blame their parents for not having that level of success. So,
and I think if you ask Brunson, he always, he talks about his mom. He says all the time, I think he's got to have his mom's affect, because his dad is he's a fire. Like you like that firecracker. It's a rap with his dad, and that's not him. So he must have his mom.
They said Brunson's 2nd generation Jamaican. So I'm wondering which parent is from Jamaica. Rick has a look that could be of Jamaican descent.
Yeah.
Given everything that happens in Jamaica.
Yeah. So. No, you're right. Given everything that happens in Jamaica. Happy Juneteenth, everybody.
All right. We'll check out next week. Peace.